On a good note, injury report's exact same as yesterday for the most part, with Cody Temple being the only guy out. Again, with his back still. J.R. Tavai came out with a hamstring during practice. Other than that, fortunately, we continue to stay pretty healthy. Day 2, as usual, wasn't quite as energetic as day 1. Coming out a little bit earlier, a little bit hotter at the start. A little bit disappointed in that, but they finished strong at the end, which was good to see.
How many total guys do you have out here?
There are, if you count Cody, I believe we are 102.
So how much of a difference is that for you compared to last fall and spring?
Yeah, completely different than the spring. It's better than the fall was a year ago, but completely different than the spring. You feel better as coaches. There were so many times in the spring, as much as you try to stay positive, it was discouraging. We were coaching a number of people that are never going to play Division I college football, and spending a lot of energy and a lot of time on it. And so, we still brought our energy, but it was discouraging. As you walk up to it and you watch the film and see where we're at. So that's why after the UCLA game we said that it was so critical for the future of this program to sign a great class and a deep class. And so hopefully we did that. And I think our lines look completely different than they do a year ago. Not just by number, but by height, weight, speed, and size. But that doesn't mean you win games. There's still a lot of work to do to make sure those guys are in the right place and executing at a high level.
What was the lowest number you had during the spring?
I don't know that exactly. Offhand, for tomorrow, I can look it up. I know that 30, basically 30 new guys, 8 maybe 23 plus another 12 that were out there. That's 35 guys that did not practice a lick in the spring. Added to those 35 scholarship players. So, obviously that makes it very different. It allows us to do some different things in practice, and as long as we continue to stay healthy, it's going to allow us to practice completely different as we get to our scrimmages. And our scrimmages this spring, our scrimmages as we get to the preseason games coming up here, will probably be 3-hour-long real games. Hopefully we'll get the amount of plays. We'll actually be able to divide up into teams on the sidelines, and I think it's going to help us a lot. It's going to help us from a conditioning standpoint and a playing standpoint. It's going to help us as a staff to figure out. You think about last year, we went into games not really knowing what was going to happen. As far as when things really went live, especially in practice.
Has there been any players from the incoming classes that have surprised you? I know it's only 2 days into fall camp, but
yeah, I think Amir Carlisle has flashed again today. And so that's great to see. It's a position that you always want depth at. He's a great kid, a 4.0 student. He's very serious about being a student athlete. So we're excited to have him, and excited to see his approach to the game too.
How about Andre Walker?
Yeah, Andre's got some work to do. That transition's a lot harder than a running back or a receiver or a DB. To play right tackle. That's a lot of stuff. So, but there's tremendous talent there. His feet at 364 pounds. They don't make many humans like that.
What is Mark Tyler allowed to do exactly? I mean, is he allowed to work out in the weight room or anything of that nature?
Yeah, he does nothing with us out here, as you see. He does not attend any of our meetings. He can work out at different times from our team.
Does anyone monitor his progress physically and also, with whatever discipline and so forth?
Yeah, we do. To know where he is, A and B for safety too. So we do monitor him when he comes to the side.